For those who are just kind of catching up with us, you wrote 2 books, right? One of the books is called The Famous and Influential Arab in Chicagoland, which is the recent one. And the one before that is called The Silence of the World. And I want to ask you about both of these.
There is too many talented people in the Arab community. I'm telling you, my book does not cover 1/10 of what's there. But when I chose I chose about 70 names, 60 names. Those are really talented and worth people to know that the Arab is not like most people before they said camel rider, coming from the desert.
Yeah, camel jockey, raghead, these kind of insults and slurs and racial.
They now it's slower. They don't do that anymore, but some of them do. But this book shows that there is a guy, a doctor. He's a plastic surgeon. He owns his own company, and he's a multi-billionaire from that thing. He's an Arab Egyptian. There is a Palestinian guy, Dr. Khaldi. That's the famous Arab in literature, and he have, I think, 3 or 4 PhD degrees, and he give lectures everywhere. He is well known. So when Abdel Nasser Rashid, you know who's he? He's a congressman in Illinois. He's from Turmasaya. Who knows about this guy?
I didn't know about him until I read the background and did some of the reading on your book.
Right.
Otherwise, I didn't know.
People know him about. They were electing him at his, time of election was in his group. People that they know him. But the normal Arab guy, the normal American guy, oh, you guys are camel jockey. Come on, look at this guy. He's not a camel jockey. He's doing the law for you. He's writing the law. Plus, Dr. Mahmoud Ismail, you know about him? He's the biggest OBGYN in University of Chicago. Dr. Wael Asfour, he's the biggest heart surgeon in Indiana. He lives in Bull Ridge. His wife, she teaches at U of C, not UIC. Who know about these people?
Not many Americans know.
No.
The story is always terrorism or...
Exactly.
Vape shops.
Yes.
One of the two.
And they think only Sheikh just to read Quran and be an imam? No. Really, Sheikh Kifah, I'm telling you, I'm not ignoring Sheikh Jamal, no. He's very good. He did very good. But Sheikh Kifah is after Sheikh Jamal. Now, the OPPC, they call it, Orland Park Prayer Center. When they saw this place for sale, that school in Mokina, they jumped into it. They used to have an academy near them. It's full. And people are crying, Sheikh, we need more places. Our kids want to be involved. Blah, 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 blah. They got this. Now it's 450 students in it. From this mosque. Sheikh Jamal too, he did very well. And we really honor him the way he did. Now he's coming up with a new project. Most people know about it, maybe don't. This project near this is going to be 50,000 square feet. In this project, cost $18 million. So there is things going on in the community. People, they pass by through, they said this. Come on. We have rare talent, guys. We have too many people giving their life to do something for the community. Why can't you recognize them? Why don't you? We walk from Ramallah to our village. It's about 10-mile walk or something. Those days we were very scared. We came to a place where, like a plain area, there's no mountain between us and this. The Israeli army was over there. They're waiting with their guns and everything. I told my dad, I think we're gonna die before we reach home.
Oh, wow.
There's no way to bypass him. We have to go through. There's no other way. So Dad, don't worry. Just put your hands with God's hand, think positive. I was 18, 19 that time, and I'm not, so just be brave, just keep going, don't make any moves, just keep going. Anybody ask you anything, ignore it. We just kept going until we reached this about 500 of them. Sitting down with their guns, with their tanks, blah, 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 blah. We walking. If you feel our hearts, it's gonna be boom, boom, boom.
You can feel it in your head and your neck.
Like we are a statue, we cannot move.
Yeah.
Because the thing you see ahead of you with these guns and those army, and we know they are our enemy, you think they're gonna slaughter us.
Right.
We keep passing. He said, guys, I am a dispatcher for Israel radio, like this. Told him, so, what do you want? He said, can I ask you a question? I've asked. Everything in Arabic, really in Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how do you feel about this war? My friend, he just scared. He didn't say nothing. I asked them that, what war? I said, what war? He said, don't you see what's happening? I know. But I don't see no fighters, no army.
This doesn't meet the definition of a war.
Exactly. No, that's it.
I have high standards.
That's what the book is, to be a symbol or a sample for the new generation. Those guys, like you said, oh, Arab is this, Arab is that. Don't think negative, Ammo. Please. I don't care if it's negative. Don't think of negativity.
Yeah.
Be always positive. Your life will be better, believe me. If you keep, like people thinking in the past, blah, 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 blah. I always give them an example. I tell them, okay, you're driving in a car, right? If you keep looking at the rear view mirror, what's going to happen to you?
You'll crash.
You get 100,000 accidents.
Yeah.
And same thing, if you keep looking in the back, behind what happened in the past, you're not going to go forward.
Right. Feel good?
Oh, great.
Everything's good?
Yes, sir.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Temperature is, the AC is kicking on?
That's fine. That's no problem.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
Well, ahlan wa sahlan, Saadi Ramadan. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio and here for the podcast. I really appreciate you being willing to do this on short notice. I know you have travel coming up, so it means a lot for you to be able to stop by and do this.
I really appreciate you, because really you chose me to be in this venue, and thank you very much, because this is your time more than it's my time, and it is a good gesture from you towards me, and I appreciate it too.
Yeah, no, the feeling is mutual for sure. When I got information you posted, I found online about some of what you're up to as far as your books and what you're interested in. It definitely has a lot of symmetry and a lot of overlap with this podcast and the intention of the podcast, which is, to spread awareness among the American population as to what Palestinians, Arabs, and Muslims more broadly have to contribute to the United States. In a way that kind of maybe gets people to change their minds. I think they're always getting the bad media and propaganda from movies, TV, the news, etc. So what you're doing is very much in line with kind of what my objective is as well, I felt like. So it resonated with me, and I thought if I can get you on and have a good conversation with you, it would be amazing.
I really appreciate it. Really, like you said, my aim about these two books, especially The Silence of the World, is to show people, I will give people awareness of what is going on in the Middle East. Many people, they hear about the Middle East, but they don't know what the hell is going on. Mm-hmm. Some people, they know, this and that, but sometimes you think about how many people gonna read. Some people they use the TV media, radio, and these social media stuff. But the books, unless somebody really have a notion of keep reading, then they jump into this.
Mm.
But beside the point, my aim is to, you know, bring awareness to everybody about what is going on, especially the silence of the world.
Mm.
Many people are really ignorant about the truth.
Mm.
They, most of the medium here and the media and the medium are both lying.
Mm.
They do it the way they want you to hear. They do not dig in the truth. Sometimes they do the truth maybe 1 to 2%.
Right.
The rest is they created. So these two books are awareness of the truth. And now the second one, which is the famous and influential Arab in Chicago. I like to give a credit where is due, Omar, because there is many people in this book. I bet you 90% of Arab community didn't know who they are exist.
Mm.
And we like to give a credit to these people who really spend their time going to college and universities and be a doctor, be a professor, be a professional, and they are not well known.
Mm.
And this is why I start this thing. I thought about. By the way, I am a real estate broker by profession.
I was just going to ask you if you want to do a brief introduction of yourself and kind of.
Yeah, well, again, my name is Saadi Ramadan. I've been in real estate since 1995
Oh, wow.
up to now.
MashaAllah.
And I work both residential and commercial. And there is ups and downs in all businesses. But I live here in Alsib, and I used to live in Oak Lawn first, but I live in Alsib. And what make me thinking that why some people going to ask me how you come to write books. The need, the necessity.
Mm.
I found, as I mentioned to you earlier, Omar, is awareness. Plus, the second book is give a credit and recognize who are supposed to be recognized. And that's why I been in the United States since 1970. So been long time.
So I'm going to ask you about some of this, the kind of your background, if you don't mind, a little bit, and you feel
Okay.
comfortable to share whatever you're comfortable
yeah,
sharing.
don't worry about it.
So you're an author, real estate professional, advocate for justice, and you came to the United States in 1970, I believe.
Right.
And prior to that, you were living in the West Bank. Is that correct? And
Yes.
what people consider today the West Bank and Palestine and Palestine. What was life like in Palestine prior to 1960? Like you were just going about your life, living before the war. What was life like for you in those days?
Oh, there, honest the truth, any day passes better than one is coming. That's regardless what time is it. Those days, let's say, I born 1946.
MashaAllah.
And let's say I start aware of myself maybe when I was 5 or 7 years old or something like this, start to realize. But when we grow up, those days is not like now. We have a plenty of respect. People are together. One person could control 10 or 20 or somebody walking the street and saw some one person do something bad, even if he's not from his family, they stop him. And the other family, they appreciate that. So the life there, like Quran, رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
Mm.
Over there, not many people were rich. Maybe you find 2-3% people have money. Everybody almost same level. That's why they cannot find any more problem with this time. And we used to, I remember, over there they work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, half a day, Friday, no work, period.
Mm.
When Thursday especially, when they come back from work, they go home and relax. We have, like, we don't have no big coffee shops or something to put people together. So there is grocery stores in the town, like one or two in the middle of the town. And everybody come and sit down in the street, sit down on the stones, not chairs. No, on stones, and everybody talking, and everybody have anything, talk about this, about that, about this. Really, with real, feeling that the truth, whatever comes from their heart, they do not lie. They tell you the way it is, the way as is. So let me go forward a little bit to 1963, 63, 64. I'm close to finish the high school that time. There is no high school around us, only one. They call it in a city called Biddu. Our elementary school was close to us, but the high school was named Biddu. It's over there up to the 12, 13th grade. There's no, 11th grade. So after we finish there, we have to transfer either to Ramallah or to Jerusalem. I chose to go to Jerusalem. They call it the high school there is Al-Rashidiyya. You'll be surprised, Omar. Those days, as I told before, everybody poor. يعني, they work winter time, they plow, plant this, plant that, take care of the olive graves, all the olive trees, or this and that. Whatever summertime, they go harvest and keep it. That's the way their life is. So when I was, it is funny, and it is something, when you used to go to Jerusalem those days, many people, they never believe it, which is, I used to go with on a bus from our town, Bir Nabala. I'm from Bir Nabala. Before the war, it was about 15 miles only from our village to Jerusalem. It takes about 10, 15 minutes with the bus or something like this. We used to ride the bus to Jerusalem, go to school. In the morning, we go buy cake and falafel, then come back, take the bus, go back home. You know how much how much it cost us to do that?
How much?
5 قروش, 5 piasters only.
Wow.
Imagine, we call it shilling.
Yeah.
The Jordanian money. When somebody tell them, I used to do this and all day, they never believe it. Now you give a kid $1, he throw it away.
Yeah.
But because the necessity and this. So I graduated from Al-Rashidiyya High School. And there's many things going on, but we just go to the things good about those days. After I finished high school, my town was, could say, about 1,000 people in it, or less than that. There's no electricity in the whole town. So the older people, we call it Mukhtar, which is like a mayor. There's over there, each family have one to represent them. We call it Mukhtar, this Aila, and this family, and that family. So we have 4 families. So the 4 older people, Makhatir, they gathered, they said, we got to bring electricity to the balad. Even the towns near us, like Jdira, Jib, Kalandia, Rafat, all these, none of them have electricity. All just sraj. You know the sraj, what is it? It is a piece of metal. They'll put oil in it, and you put like the candle, and you light it. That's all to it.
Yeah.
Even we hardly have radios. So those guys said, we're going to bring electricity. Okay? They decide to open a village municipality, like Baladiyya, or call it Majlis. He said, without this, we cannot go to Jerusalem Electric Company, because the up to now, Jerusalem Electric Company is in charge of electricity in the West Bank.
So they needed like a council, some kind, like a city council.
Exactly. So a city council.
Yeah.
So they decide to do that and to rent a place and to be an office for this council. It's like a municipality, small thing. And they said, we need a secretary who's to be in charge of this, because we are like just advisors. And my town, in our town, there's 4 guys that graduated from high school. They put an advertisement, those guys who want to be a secretary, give us his name, what he did, how, etc., why you want. So all 4 of us sent the application. Everybody wanted this job that time. It was in 1965, 66. So finally they chose me from the rest of the guys. So we opened this municipality, and the first agenda to bring the electricity to the town. We went to Jerusalem Electric Company, me and 2 of the other guys in charge, and we sat down with who's in charge, whatever it is. We told them 1, 2, 3, 4. Luckily, Omar, our town is the only town have this privilege. They give shares. Anybody want electric in his house? It's like a share. Not like now you have to do it on this. Those days, we called a meeting for the whole balad. Come back. We're going to bring electricity, guys. It's going to cost that much. Those days, cheap, but it's still going to cost that much. Who's interested? We gathered all the money in 2 days from the people from the town. Who does not want electric in his house?
Right. Especially in those days, it was
exactly.
It was a new thing, a big deal for those people.
Oh my God.
So,
it's not
huge change.
It's a huge change.
Game changer for people's lifestyles, right?
Exactly. Lifestyle, because now they could buy a TV, they could buy a radio.
Right.
So we gathered the money, really, and we went to Jerusalem Electric Company, and we told them, the money you ask for, we have it here. When are you going to start? Okay, they check it. They said, next month we'll start. They bring in the poles and everything. Within 3 months, our balad, our town is full electric. Everybody wants electric. They have shares. Up to now, they own the shares. 2 years later, they stop the sharing. You want electric? Just take electricity.
You just pay for it as you use it.
As usual. As usual. Then come 1966, when I graduated from high school, 65, 66. I remember King Hussein was we belonged to Jordan those days.
Sure.
Everything is Jordan. So King Hussein, he invite anybody graduate this year. I remember he invited us to balad near Hebron called Asyon. That we met there. The king came over there with his people, and everybody in the West Bank finished high school, graduated to come there and meet the king. So we went there. He make us manasif, Jordanian manasif. It's like this table.
Yeah.
We sat down, we ate and everything. Then he was very diplomatic, that guy. I give him a credit for this, I'm not going to talk about something else.
Yeah.
So he's very diplomatic. He stepped from his tent outside in the tent, and he want everybody to come and shake his hand. So we went line up and start shaking up his hand. I went back. Second day, I went to Jerusalem, Rashidiyah, to pick up my, paperwork. They told me, Saadi. I told him what? He said, you're lucky. I told him, why? He said, you have a picture of the king. You're shaking his hand.
You were the one they snapped the picture.
Oh, my God.
It's a big deal for,
It is. Oh my God.
for a kid, especially in those days, right?
Yeah, those days. And when I went back home with the picture this size, I said, oh yeah, look at him.
Big shot.
Big shot. He's shaking hand with the king, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, it's a big deal.
Did you try to leverage that a little bit with friends?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know the king.
Hey, guys, don't talk to me. I have a backup.
Exactly. You'll be in trouble.
Yeah, I have a backup. So 66 gone, 67 came.
Can I ask you a quick question about that
Go
period? Just something important, I think, for most viewers who are not Arab or Palestinian.
Right.
You hear this in the media nowadays about people in the West Bank, like, you know, the Zionist kind of agenda or ideology, right? The talking points are that they are Jordan. That essentially, the West Bank was Jordan. You mentioned that it was a part, Jordan was ruling over the West Bank, essentially responsible for the West Bank or
Right.
administering the West Bank.
Right.
What did that mean? Like, what was there a distinct Palestinian identity that you can recall and point to for people who may not be familiar with this? I'm asking maybe a simple question for us, but for others, it's important. Or was it, you know, you were considered Jordanians? What's that difference?
That's a good question. Unfortunately, Omar, we were not considered 100% Jordanian.
Hmm.
In the passport, the Jordanian passport, they put us in category 3, not 1, to distinguish us that anybody with the passport 3, he's a Palestinian,
Hmm.
like second or third class.
So within that Jordan administered area, Palestinians were considered second or third class citizens. They were not the same as one and the same as being full Jordanian
No, it was
citizens.
not the same.
So people understand that. You know?
Yeah, no, it's not the same. We are third class, even not second class.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to go there and pick up what you want, blah, 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 and
Make life move forward.
yeah,
get
let
things
me
done.
forward. And actually, I used to have a Jordanian passport, but that's another long story about it. I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna take the whole time about this.
Sure.
But 67, July, yeah, May, yeah, okay. War broke out. I remember me and my cousin, we were walking in the main street in the village. We heard the shooting, blah, 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 the commotion and everything. Said, hey, my cousin told me, let's go to Jerusalem. I told him, you crazy. You didn't even see what is going on.
Hmm.
He said, don't worry, let's go. I told him, okay. The buses coming from Biddu, I told you that, village, way west of our town, about 5-10 miles, and the buses stop in all cities. The bus came, I look inside the bus, it's empty, nobody in it. We waved to him to stop. He said, no, I ain't gonna. He stopped, he said, I'm going to bring the people from Jerusalem out.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna take you in.
Right.
Because the war is just
It's
broke
heating
out,
up.
guys.
Yeah. Things are heating up.
Thing is heating up. Don't go. We told them, young men, and said, oh, no, we want to go. Take us. I said, no way, I won't take you. So anyhow, we stayed. Second day, people were naive that day. They think something gonna happen to them like 48.
Hmm.
So they fled. Some people.
When you say what it's going to happen to them like 48, for those who don't know, what do you mean?
Okay.
People were thinking that there were going to be massacres. There were going to be.
Exactly.
I just want to make sure people understand.
Oh, yes.
So
48, there is too many massacres, Deir Yassin, Afula, etc., etc., etc. And they make me, they are gone, those days, Menachem Begin, or all this, they start shooting people, killing people to scare them to leave. To leave
to flee the land. To leave the land.
Exactly, to leave. And unfortunately, 700,000 left 48. 67, people think this thing gonna happen. So many people fled to Jordan, 67. I remember one of my cousins, older cousins, came to my father. I told him, Mr. Ramadan, يعني بالعربي أبو السعدي له, Mr. Ramadan, I'm going to Jordan. I look at my dad, I told him, what he's talking about. He said, do you want to go to Jordan? For what? to take a card that you are a refugee and take just flour and bread and that's it. I told my dad, what do you think? He said, I don't know. I told him, I'm not going. If you want to go, I'm not going. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. My other cousin, he insists, let's go, let's go. Finally, I told him, no, you're not going. So we stayed. He left. He's in a very bad shape. So many people try 67, they think it's going to happen like 48. They're going to jump. The truth of the matter is, I'm not appraising the Jews, no, but the truth of the matter is, it was not a war in West Bank. Maybe Egypt, maybe Syria, this is different, but our West Bank, God knows, Omar, it's like a movie. It's like a movie. With my own eyes, I was outside looking where I see the airplane passing by. They have nothing to hit. So one of the airplanes dropped their weapon to a mountain just to drop something, to take something.
Meaning there were no military targets.
No, nothing.
Nothing of value.
They're just going to play a game. They have nothing to do. I think because those days, there's an agreement. I don't want to come into politics because it looks like, and most of the weapons, the military or the Jordanian military was there. Some of them, they stayed there. They have only a gun, 5 bullets, and nothing else.
Yeah.
And come back again to flee. My father, he said, let's go. Where are you going to go? He said, to Ramallah. I told him, you want to Ramallah? Okay, we go to Ramallah. We're not going to go to Jordan. So we went to Ramallah. I told him we are naive. What is the difference between our balad and Ramallah? It's about 10 minutes.
Right.
10 minutes.
It's just that feeling of wanting to do something.
Exactly.
People want to feel like they're either escaping or they're going towards something.
Exactly. And the funny thing, Omar, is we left. Some other people from other towns come to my town to be refugees. Right. We went to Ramallah. Other people come to my town. We stayed in Ramallah about 3 or 4 days. Then I told Dad, let's go back home. We walk from Ramallah to our village. It's about 10-mile walking, something. Those days we were very scared. We came to a place where, like a plain area. There's no mountain between us and this. The Israeli army was over there. They waiting with their guns and everything. I told my dad, I think we're going to die before we reach home.
Oh, wow.
There's no way to bypass him. We have to go through. There's no other way. I told Dad, don't worry. Just put your hands with God's hand. Think positive. I was 18, 19 that time. And I was not, I told him, just be brave. Just keep going. Don't make any moves. Just keep going. Anybody ask you anything, ignore it. We just kept going until we reached this. There's about 500 of them. Sitting down with their guns, with their tanks. Blah, 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 blah. We walk in. Yeah. If you feel our hearts, it's going to be boom, boom, boom.
You can feel it in your head and your neck.
Like we are a statue. We cannot move.
Yeah.
Because the thing you see ahead of you with these guns and those army, and we know they are our enemy, you think they're going to slaughter us.
Right.
We keep passing. Then we come close to them like this. Just told my dad, don't even look. Just keep going. If they ask, then we'll think about something. We pass him. We're still afraid until about 100 yards. Then we said, oh, now we feel safe. We went back home. We reach home and we find another people come from another town in my house.
Displaced it. Took over your house.
Took over. We opened the door. The house over there is just not like now. It's only one room. a divider for the kitchen, and underneath like a basement, but it's
Very simple, very primitive.
very simple. We used to be 7 of us. We sleep under one blanket, under one bed,
Mm.
and all this thing. And we went to the house, Omar. There's a wall between the other house, because the other house were our relative too. We are in one area, all of us, about 10 families.
Mm.
So this wall belongs to us and to the other. We found somebody come and break the whole thing, and they want to join the 2 houses together. I said, he said, I think I know who did that. I told him, how do you know he did that? He said, I know. I told him, so what you going to do? You're going to tell him to come and put it back? They're not going to do it. We left it up to now. We moved from this house. I built another house. Up to now, Omar, the wall is still open.
Oh, wow.
That's what they got. And I don't know, you ever saw these big houses?
Mm.
In the older houses?
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder how they build it. Honest. It's about 3-4 stories high, one house.
Mm.
How they put that thing and
How it's still standing.
how it's still standing, really. The funny thing, again, we were working, me and my friends in the street, an Israeli Jeep with 3 guys in it stop us. He was speaking Arabic. They are from شو اسمهم هذول. Anyhow.
They're like Mizrahi?
No, الأكراد شو مش الأكراد
Oh, Kurdish?
كردش.
Okay.
Yeah. هذول قال لي بقدر أحكي معك. He was nice. And I thought, أبصر what's going to happen to us. He said, guys, I am a dispatcher for Israel radio, like this. I told him, so, what do you want? He said, can I ask you questions, guys? I told him, go ahead, ask. Everything in Arabic, really, in Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how do you feel about this war? My friend, he just scared. He didn't say nothing. I asked them, I told him, what war? I said, what war? He said, don't you see what's happening? I know. But I don't see no fighters, no army.
This doesn't meet the definition of a war.
Exactly. No, that's it.
I have high standards.
He said, anybody been killed in your area? I told him, no. The truth, no. Anybody been injured? No. Any house been demolished? No. I told the guy in Arab, it's not a war. I think you guys made a movie. I think you guys making a movie. He said, no, but the truth. I told him, what are you going to do with this? He said, now you talk, it's already all broadcast to the main station in Tel Aviv. Everybody going to hear you guys. So I'm telling you the truth. Anybody want to hear us? Fine. So we stayed about 10 minutes talking about. Then he said bye and gone. This is a lump sum, Omar, before 60. Oh, one other incident. This is bad. When the war broke out, I told you I took a picture with King Hussein.
Yeah.
And this place where we put the municipality in it, we raised in the Jordanian flag. We heard that one of the big shots from the Israel army when I come to our town. I was scared. I said, hell with it. I pulled the flag down and I take the picture, me and King Hussein picture, I throw it in the bathroom. I said, maybe they think I am something. So, because we're naive,
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on.
Right.
Maybe they see my picture with the king, they said to me, oh, who are you?
Yeah, are you a spy?
Exactly.
Are you some kind of military plot?
Right.
You're a young man too.
Exactly.
Fighting age.
And the flag, you cannot raise it now. That's Israel now. You take the flag down. So I took this thing down. So they came. That guy, he was not ignorant, selfish, ruthless. He have the power.
Mm-hmm.
We gathered all that place. There's about 9 members in the municipality. We called them, they came, and this guy came, sit down where the president sat, and he put his feet on the table. You know how that thing is.
Yeah.
He said, anybody speaks English here? You had a laugh. They point at me. What kind of English we know over there? High school. What do you know?
Yeah. Basic, a few words.
Even less than basic.
Yeah.
Maybe your name. How are you? Hello.
Yeah.
They point at me. Oh my God. He told me, do you speak English, sir? I told him, never mind. I swear to God, I don't know how to think. I told him, never mind. Oh my God. When I said that, Omar, there is two guys, been in the United States before here, older guys, and they said, sir, leave him alone. I speak English. I told them, why didn't you say from the beginning? After I said, never mind, you think he's going to do something to you guys?
They wanted to see what they did to you first.
Exactly. The scapegoat.
Yeah.
Then he started talking to him, and then he left. He didn't do anything. But was this guy, Really, I never forget this when he said, do you speak English? Never mind. When I remember this, I start laughing. I swear to God.
Every time you say the word never mind, you probably think of that story.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure.
Definitely. That's 1967, 68.
Wow.
Yeah.
So shortly after that, so the war, it was a 6-day war, all right? War, quote unquote. We won't go into all the details there.
Right.
People can look it up and research that. But you come to the United States 1970. What prompted you to come to the United States?
Okay.
What was the main point? And did you come right to Chicago first?
Yes, to
Okay.
Chicago first.
Okay.
I think you could say it pure luck, or there's people dream for United States.
Yeah.
Even up to now, people dream to come to United States,
course.
regardless what is it.
Of course.
It is the land of opportunity. We cannot deny it.
Yeah.
We cannot deny it. So those days I was, I think, 19, 20, anyhow. I was in Jerusalem, visiting, going there to HaRLeM Sharif and come back. I met a guy, I think from a town called Beit Hanina. We sat down, we started talking, he said, do you like to go to the United States? I told him, you asking me? He said, yes. I told him, who are you? He said, I just came from New York. I live in the United States. I told him, okay. How you want me to go to the United States? He said, don't worry. You want to go? I told him, oh, why not? He said, if I get you the visa, you're going to pay me 100 JD. Those days, 100 JD, you could buy 2 dunams, 2 acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody have that money.
Right.
I told him, yeah, no problem. Go ahead. What do you want to do? He said, follow me. There used to be a consulate, the American consulate inside Jerusalem. After the war, they took it out. It was there, a consulate. He said, we went there. He said, here. I told him, that's the American consulate. What do you take of me? He said, this is the place. They give you a visa if they like you. I told him, what do you want to do? We went inside. He sat down on the couch. I went to the front desk. The lady came. She said, can I help you? لا في a lady Arabic here. سألت شو بدك إياه? What do you want? I told her, I want to go to the United States. Just like this. She said, طيب, okay. Fill up this little bit, your name, address, blah, 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 and then you wait. I said, okay. I gave her the paperwork, and 10 minutes, Allah بتقولي كم over. Okay, where? She took me to the counselor. The counselor was a lady. I never forget that lady. She's about 7 feet tall, about in the 50, 60 years old. She's handsome. She's dignified for real. She took me to her office. She said, Saadi, why you want to go to the United States? She's speaking English, not Arabic. I started speaking to her in my broken English.
Yeah.
America good, America nice, America, make money. This, you know how it is. Okay. Remember, I told you each family has a mukhtar
Mhm.
or a guy in charge. She asked me, who's your mukhtar in English? I told her, my grandmother. She looked at me, she said, what? I told her, my grandmother. She started laughing. Oh my God. She asked me again. I told her, my grandmother. Oh my God. She called her secretary, the Arabic girl. I said, come on, come on. What did he say? He said his Mukhtar is a grandmother. تسألني لما بتقول لي شو بتعني؟ بقول هي بنت الحلال. هذا أبو أمي, the father of my mother. That's our English. Grandmother, Abu Emmi. It's
Yeah.
my mother's father.
Right.
She started and she said, okay, don't worry about it. She went to her and she told him he didn't mean bad. That's what he understand. He thinking Abu Emmi like my
Grand means like father or father of or
my mother,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
She said, okay.
Or at least she knew enough to know culturally that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Right?
She knows the culture.
The counselor.
Yeah, the counselor. She wasn't really. She said, Saadi, fine. I think I like you. I want to give you the visa, but, so, but, do you have land like collateral?
Yeah.
She took me as I am, as a pure person, not She said, okay, if that's the truth, go to your Mukhtar and give me a piece of paper. He sign it that you owe this much money, that much things, then you get the visa. When I reach over there, I told him, Shido, said, what do you want? شايف هذه الوقت. My grandfather, he does not read and write either. Told them I wanted to, because they have a seal.
Like a seal, yeah.
A seal and they
wax.
Right, it and just do it like this, or with their thumb. But mostly the seal. They have a seal. Each Mukhtar have a seal for his name in it and everything.
Okay.
He said, I told him, I want you just to seal this paper for me. He said, son, Sido, what is in it? Oh my God. I told him, Sido, listen, it's just a piece of paper. I want to go to the United States. It's not going to hurt you if you just sign it. But finally, I went to her and I told her, here, a piece of paper. Boom. She gave me 6 months. The problem when I went back home to the town, everybody knows that I have a visa. Oh my God. Oh my. The young men, the ladies, how did you get it? Who helped you get it? We go get it? Blah, blah, blah. I told them, hey, hold your horses. Somebody did that to me. By luck. He didn't know nothing. Really, that guy, he didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
I thought he knew the counselor, but he sat down there and just pushed me.
All he did was push you to go and then get $100.
Exactly. 100 JD.
JD in those
Over
days.
there, that time, the JD, one JD equal to $3. Like a $300 those days, like I swear to God, like a 300,000 now. The 300. But that's the life is. Then I came to Chicago, was December. Man, I never used to this weather here when I came here. When I used to go back home, I used to stay with my brother was here ahead of me. Every time I come home, I go to the bathtub and put hot water. Like I'm frozen.
Yeah. Especially those days before global warming kicked in, it was even colder.
Yeah, it was 69, 70, man.
Negative whatever, plus wind chill. Can't imagine going from Palestine to that.
Oh, forget it. And then I stayed in Chicago 6 months, and my uncles were here. Then I moved to New Jersey. I followed them to New Jersey. Then I moved from New Jersey to Richmond. Then from Richmond, come back to Chicago. I stayed in Richmond, Virginia, about 15 years.
So you saw New York City if you were in New Jersey. You saw Jersey, New York. You saw Washington, D.C. if you were in Richmond, right? You got
Omar,
you've seen it everywhere.
I've been in 45 states in this country.
Oh, okay.
Not these states, 45 states.
Yeah.
Because my job used to be that. We were trading all everywhere, going out, and
Okay.
selling items to everybody, to merchants. So almost I toured and everything.
So
But-
when did you come? So you came to Chicago in the 70s.
Yeah.
70s was a transformative, crazy time in American culture for sure. What was it like for you coming from as a young man from Palestine? You described for everyone, I think, very well, like the simplicity of life, community, kind of very basic, tribal, even a little bit, large families that are connected across town, that kind of societal fabric to Chicago in the 70s. What was that like? Like now Chicago's like the Arab community, especially, it's very different than what it was back then, I assume. Well, can you describe for young people who are used to this, what they would have seen in the 70s in this area or in Chicago
Oh my
for
God.
Arab or Muslims coming?
Oh, you know, before it's not too many, like there's not too many Arab and Muslims nowadays, and we stick with our family. But really, it was more peaceful, less crime, opportunities. Anywhere you go, you find anything you want to work. It is the sky is your limit.
Hmm.
70s, the golden age in the United States. I mean it. I used to know from Chicago, the cold weather and everything. I don't have no car those days. I cannot drive. I have no money to buy a car. I just came empty pocket,
Yeah.
like most of us. We came, no, our father, they are not rich. They have no money. So I came here. I started working in Chicago. I remember I worked in Jewel and Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hmm.
My cousin was to work there before me. He said, let's go there because we eat chicken a lot.
Get some free chicken.
Free chicken. And when I went to Jewel and I told you, they put me in the meat department. It was so cold. But about the culture and the way the people really over there, I could tell you, it's almost 90% safe anywhere you go. No problem. Nobody kill nobody. Nobody steal from nobody. Jobs are open. It's less money than now, but it's worth it. Forward, I went to New Jersey. My other uncle, I said, I want to leave Chicago. I was looking for a job there. I remember my first job was in Nabisco.
Hmm.
It's not, I was in Paris, but that a place about 10 miles from, I used to have a car those days. I bought a car. Imagine, Omar, I used to get a week, $70 only. A week. I used to eat, buy gas for the car, pay rent, buy clothes, and sometimes you have money left from the $70
Wow.
those days.
Different dollar back then.
Oh man. Anybody really was have a peace of mind or thinking about the future. We were young, buy cars, do this, do that. We never think of saving.
Yeah.
But those days somebody was have good brains and think of the future, you could be a millionaire from that year. 70s, the whole from 70 to 80. Pure, 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 pure economy, good economy.
Grow. Everything was growing.
Everything growing, and there is no. I could tell you, there is no people laid off.
Hmm.
Hardly could find it. Because anywhere you go, you find a job. Anywhere you go.
When you came to Chicago, did you go to downtown Chicago or were you in this area?
No, I was on the north side.
Oh, okay.
My brother lived there. I have to live with him for a while.
Is that where most Arabs, when
Yes.
they came to the north side?
Yeah, they didn't know nothing about
This
south
wasn't
side.
South Side wasn't what it was today. at all.
No.
Okay.
South side was all jungles.
Okay.
Really, it was all jungles. There's no
Nothing built yet, really.
No, nothing. You could. People now start saying, "Oh, if I did this, I don't forget it." You could say, Payless, 2, 3, 4 streets, only houses. There is this jungle, everything. Nobody think of the future. That's our problem. If we think ahead, we'll be in different shape.
Yeah.
But it was different. South side was different entirely. The life is in north side up to now even.
Yeah, I noticed. It's kind of like when I was young and I used to come to Chicago, most of the Arab areas we used to go to were in the north.
Exactly.
We came down here maybe for a few things, but not too much. Mostly it was in,
I consider North Side a different city.
yeah.
Really,
It's got a whole different vibe.
whole different environment, whole different culture, whole different people, and over there, come to realize the house is more expensive because people don't need no transportation. The
Mm.
train is there,
Yeah, true.
taxis are there. Plus, they cannot park a car sometimes.
Yeah, it's tighter.
And the house is very old, but very expensive. You buy a house over there for $500,000, here it's worth 200,000. So it's different culture.
Yeah.
North side is always different.
Yeah.
You know, many people never think of this. The whole world, as a whole world, any place, north or west, the best.
Mhm.
Show me any town in the whole world. Go to Jordan, Amman. West Amman is different than East Amman.
Mm.
North Amman, better than South Amman.
Mm.
Chicago, north side, better than south side. North Chicago, better than South Chicago. Any place you go in the whole world.
Think it's a psychological thing? Or the north is up, south is down, or what?
Not really, but the way.
What do you think the reason is?
The way I think the way God created this thing is the north and the west are more richer, more educated, more open, better than the south and the east. And believe me, think of any country in the world.
It holds true for most places.
Most places, the north and the west is the best to live in. Any place you go.
That's why all the gangster rappers are always talking about the West Side. So you came to the United States. You're in Chicago. You've seen a little bit here and there. You get involved in real estate. I understand real estate.
Real estate. I started in 1993.
93. So what drives someone to go from kind of being a private citizen, focusing on your life, your career, your family, etc., to now saying like, I want to write a book? And yeah, for those who are just kind of catching up with us, you wrote two books, right? One of the books is called The Famous and Influential Arab in Chicagoland, which is the recent one. And the one before that is called The Silence of the World. And I want to ask you about both of these. So in general, let's talk first big picture. Why did you want to write? What drove you to want to write books?
Okay, the truth of the matter.
And specifically these books. Why these books? What was important?
What is going on in the Middle East, as I mentioned to you, is many people, they take it for granted, especially the American. But when the war broke out in Gaza, people start realizing what is going on. But they didn't realize it too much. So I said, well, maybe there is a venue, make people understand what exactly going on. Take it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, because everything, just to clarify what you're saying, so everything is given about Palestine, about the Middle East, about Muslims in general, from the perspective of Israelis or Jewish Americans, right? So if you're talking about the Palestine issue, most of America from the 60s, 70s, 80s, that generation, they didn't hear things from the Palestinian or Arab perspective, ever.
Never.
Yeah.
Been blinded.
Yeah.
And being blocked by their ears. They don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Because the propaganda is covering everything. So I said, maybe this venue wake up many people. I did not, in the silence of the world, I did not, like say this bad, this good, just analysis. Mm-hmm. For people to read it and see like why this thing happened. Okay. Why Gaza? I told them, guys, not just Gaza. Gaza is the place where the flare comes out of it. Mm-hmm. But look at Palestine as a whole. What is the reason of this? You've been hearing that Jewish having this Holocaust and blah, 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 and they have been there for 3,000 years and blah, 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 blah. I ask him, guys, you go to Israel now and ask this guy, he's from Scotland, he's from Germany, he's from England, he's from Russia. Where is the Jews in him? And I don't want people to misunderstand. We love Jews, but we hate Zionists. Jews, we used to live with them. My father used to tell me they used to live and eat and work, everything in very good
relations between the Jewish community that was there.
Exactly, before 48.
Before 48.
They are very good up to now. We never blame the Jews. We blame the Zionists.
And this is a big problem that I think keeps getting repeated in Western media, news channels. There's a American lens by which everything is viewed, which is always from the Holocaust and the Steven Spielberg movies and the kind of the propaganda movies that are trying to, never forget, always venerate and memorialize what happened to the Jewish people during World War II, which is important. Don't get me wrong. I think we want Americans to understand that. We recognize that. However, what is a failure is when that is applied out of context to the Palestinian situation. So they assume it's the same for Palestinians.
If I am a good Jew or anybody who lives in, let him think of the Holocaust, okay? Hitler did what bad thing he did. Nobody agrees. Nobody disagree with that.
Yeah.
The thing is, why are they doing it to other people now? Why can't they take a lesson from the history? People did this to you guys. Why are you doing it to others? Yeah. You could live in harmony with us. And I've been telling all my friends, I swear to God, if the Jews and the Palestinians hold hand with hand, I swear to God, they control the world.
Yeah.
Jews have the money, we have the brains. That's the truth.
The muscle too. Don't forget
the muscle and the brains, right? So if the Jews live with the Palestinian harmony, they will be prosperous more.
It's mutually beneficial.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. They could build an empire, but the Zionists don't want us to be there. They want to separate the Jews. They always insert the hatred.
Mm.
And one other thing, Omar, many people don't understand the American public. When you talk about Jews, oh, you are anti-Semite, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
We are more Semite than them.
Mm.
We are more Semite than we are both from Abraham, Sarah and Hagar. Hagar for who? For us. Sarah for the Jews. So we are real cousins. Mm-hmm. Why they said, call me anti-Semite, and I'm more Semite than them. For real, I am more Semite than the Jews.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. There's a cultural context that gets placed from here. It gets transported and applied there. It doesn't make sense.
The propaganda going here, that's the thing. Yeah. Because Arab people are not together. Otherwise, they have the money, they have the power, they have the knowledge, they have everything, but they are separate. That's why Sykes-Picot did what they did. You know about Sykes-Picot.
Yeah.
That's what, now each place is a kingdom. President, all this used to be Bilad Sham, all under one rule. When Sykes-Picot came,
divide and conquer. Yeah, there's a lot of hatred and anti-Semitism and racism that went into from the European side, from Western
European side, right.
That went into pushing and contributing to encouraging Jewish migration to the Holy Land.
Exactly, and I bet you, I don't want to say 90. Let's say 70% of the Jewish, they know that they are not their land. They know it. But they go there, they eat, sleep, drink, have a house, no work, get money. What else they need? That's why they said, oh yeah, let's go live there. I am a Jew. How you, do you know how the Jews make you as a Jew? They recognize you as a Jew. Do you know how? Not from your father.
From your mother's side.
Your mother's side. If your mother is a Jew, you are a Jew. If your father is a Jew, your mother is not a Jew, you are not a Jew. You are not a Jew. And again, to come back, I swear to God, I think one time I wrote on Facebook, I asked Mr. Trump, I have 3 or 4 things for you, sir. If you do it, you get the Nobel Peace Prize. Put the Jews and the Palestinians together. Lift that thing, lift that hatred. Don't steal this and don't do this. Again, even I was talking 3 days ago, I said, I swear to God, if the Jews realize it, and maybe I go to jail for this, I don't give a damn. The United States or the West, they use the Jews. Israel is not for Israel. Israel is a United States camp, military camp.
Mm.
It is like any other, but this, they put people in it and to control it and to do this and to do that and to do this. But actually, United States, why they spend this money?
There's going to be a return on investment is the idea at some point.
Exactly. To scare the Arab.
It's an outpost.
To scare the Arab.
Sure.
They put the Jews, the Israeli, like a big gorilla. You guys, if you don't do this, I let the gorilla come to you. That's what the United States do. But I want the Jews to realize they are a human being. We are a human being. Why is this bull? What for? Really? Nobody is a winner.
Yeah.
Nobody is a winner. I don't care who wins the war, but there's no winner. Everybody losing. Can they think about this? I think most of them start thinking about it. And I come back. That's why this book, to enlighten people how this thing works. How this works in Palestine and the Jews. We're not against the Jews, guys. We are not. The Jews are our friends, our families, and everything. There's no problem whatsoever. Even after the 6-day war, I swear to God, we used to go to Jerusalem, the West Jerusalem, and everything. It's like nothing happens because the real Jews was living there, the West Jerusalem. Yes, they divided, all this thing.
Yeah.
But now it's different.
So let me ask you a question about the book. So The Silence of the World. Right now, I would say there's no time in history that there has been more global awareness and light shined on the Palestine issue, right? From celebrities, politicians, protests in every European and major Western capital that was going on since October 7th, universities, young people, TikTok, social media. I mean, anywhere you look now, Gaza and the Palestine issue is front and center. It's been no time like it that I've seen in my lifetime as being aware of the issue. What is it, or why is it that there's still silence or lack of action in the Western world from a political solution or an action that comes out of all of this public sentiment changing? So you've seen a lot of change, but why is there still this deadlock?
Let's say United States, the senators. I bet you 90% of the senators are controlled by AIPAC. Britain, the same thing. This is the same thing. If they come against the Israelis, they can come against them. So they said, no, we're going to keep helping him. This is not just that. Their eyes on the Middle East, it's rich of everything. Money, culture, brains, everything. So if there is no Israel, for example, where are they going to sell their weapons? How are they going to control the oil? How are they going to divide the countries together? How are they going to control the Middle East if there is no Israel? But now Israel, that's why they want to keep it there. All the West and the North, they want to keep Israel to be a guard. The United States push them go this way. Maybe not publicly, but they tell them, do this and do that. Israel is the place that make him divided. If they stop, then they cannot sell weapons. They cannot move. They cannot do this. Everybody will open their eyes. That's why they keep the war. You think Trump cannot stop the war? He can, if he want to.
Yeah, if he wanted to.
Yeah,
if they were serious political will.
Yeah, but that's why the book is almost explain all this idea, all this thing, what is going on. Again, I like to repeat that. We are not against the Jews. We are against the Zionists. Again, I'm going to say it again. We used to live together, one house, under one roof, and everything. No problem. No problem. Until Balfour Declaration came, the atrocities start. That's why the people now want to keep killing. Again, you think they don't know that they don't own the land? They know it. They know it. But these days, power talks.
Mm-hmm.
If you are strong, you get anything.
Yeah.
If you are weak, you are dead beast.
You're at the mercy of the
Yeah,
powerful.
that's it.
And do you think that, so what do you think is a solution? What could be something that happens in the next maybe 10 years, 15
No,
years?
10 years.
I mean, what do you think generationally this change, does it have the potential to impact the political
Yes.
level?
Yes.
Or do you
Now,
think that no matter what, it's never going to happen?
it's going to happen, but not like what anybody thinks. Demolish this or forget about this country or demolish this. No, will be controlled. But the new generation, they are more aware than the other generation. If they cannot do it now, they will do it later. They are like a snowball. Keep going, keep growing up.
Momentum is building.
Momentum is building. And this is what the politicians are afraid of. You know, every 4 years their election, every 6 years for Congress, for senator, 4 years of congressman, all that. They're going to think 100 times when the election comes, what did I do to my constituents? What did I do this? If they are all up, he's not going to be elected. That's why they're afraid about the young generation. If they all wake up, be one unit, no power on earth will stop them. Then the world will change.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world will change. But for the time being, Omar, United States have the saying, holding the horse. Nobody can take it from them. Whatever they say, it goes. Bad, good, it has to go.
Have you seen any examples that you can point to, like in your personal life, talking to people, right? You're in Chicago, I'm sure you talk to people, average Americans who have no direct connection to Palestine or the issue. Have you had good luck? Like, what kind of conversations do you recommend people who are listening have to try to change people's minds? Or have you been able to make some progress?
Yes. You cannot demolish this idea from them just like this. So you confront one, okay, you have to be patient, you have to know history. Okay, guys, Jews, Muslims, Arabs are living under this one unit. We were very nice, no problem whatsoever. Only one thing happened. The Zionists came, they want to kill the Jews and kill the Arab and kill the Muslim to be in control. But they are a human being, we are a human being. But to steal something from somebody, that's not right. To kick somebody from his house, that's not right. You want to live? Okay, I tell many people, I am in the United States now. I am a citizen of the United States, right? Can I go claim this is my country? Can I name it differently? No. Same thing the Jews came to Palestine. Golda Meir, she have a Palestinian passport. Do you ever see that? She have a Palestinian passport. Another guy too have a Palestinian passport. You go to Haifa, the Sur, the cover of the Sur, 1936. This is Palestine, written on it. How can you deny that? Okay, some Jews, they said, we've been here for 3,000 years. Okay, we've been there for 100,000 years. The Canaan, I have it in the book, the history. I went back 50,000 years in the book. Where everybody come from? Where they come from, how they do that. We used to be the Canaans, the Canaaniyin.
Yeah, Canaanites.
And come to this country. The Jews was not there. So if you want to confront somebody, you talk to them nice, with logic. One time, maybe he asks you too many questions. Don't get mad. Maybe somebody want you to be mad. But no, you have to have patience. You have to know history. You have to know what you're talking about.
And have you been able to change people's minds, do you feel? Are there, examples in your life where you feel like you've been able to get someone to go,
I got many of those,
different.
But they cannot announce it. That's why they cannot control the Palestinian. Forever, never. I'm saying it bluntly, everybody say, whatever you do to the Palestinian, we are more than a mountain. We stand still. If all the Palestinian demolished, been gone, burned, one Palestinian there will bring Palestine back.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I want to talk about your other book, The Famous and Influential Arab in Chicagoland. So, give an idea like to people. I think right now the biggest problem I see is your average person out there just gets Hollywood, TV, propaganda, bad things about Arabs and Muslims across the board.
Exactly.
Talk about some of the characters, some of the people in the community here that you highlighted within this book that maybe are worth mentioning, the ones that stand out to you, and kind of what your goal was with that book in terms of highlighting these people.
Okay. As I mentioned to you, there is too many talented people in the Arab community. I'm telling you, my book does not cover 1/10 of what's there. But when I chose I chose about 70 names, 60 names. Those are really talented and worth people to know that the Arab is not like most people before they said camel rider, coming from the desert.
Yeah, camel jockey, raghead, these kind of insults and slurs and racial.
They now it's slower. They don't do that anymore, but some of them don't. But this book shows that there is a guy, a doctor. He's a plastic surgeon. He owns his own company, and he's a multi-billionaire from that thing. He's an Arab Egyptian. There is a Palestinian guy, Dr. Khaldi. That's the famous Arab in literature, and he have, I think, 3 or 4 PhD degrees, and he give lectures everywhere. He is well known. How many people know about that guy? Go another. Now locally, for example, Abdurrahman Amin. You ever heard about this guy? You know about this guy?
A little bit.
He's a neurosurgeon. He opened the school. He opened now another gym. He is number 1 in neurology in this area. How many people know that guy? Okay, let alone. There is a lady, I find out, she used to work in the White House. She's Palestinian, from Khalil, from Hebrew, from Dudin family. From Dudin family. How many people there is a lady, she's a principal of Richard High School. Who knows that? And there is too many activists like Ahmad Rihab. You know Ahmad Rihab?
I've heard of him.
He's CARE president here.
Yeah.
He's very influent in English, very smart person. Anything comes, he knows about everything what goes around. He defends the truth. Talking Abdel Nasser Rashid. You know who's he? He's a congressman in Illinois. He's from Turmus Haya. Who knows about this guy?
I didn't know about him until I read the background and did some of the reading on your book.
Right.
Otherwise, I didn't know.
People know him about, they were electing him at his, time of election was in his group. People that they know him. But the normal Arab guy, the normal American guy, oh, you guys are camel jockey. Come on, look at this guy. He's not a camel jockey. He's doing the law for you. He's writing the law. Plus, Dr. Mahmoud Ismail, you know about him? He's the biggest OBGYN in University of Chicago. Dr. Wael Asfour, he's the biggest heart surgeon in Indiana. He lives in Bull Ridge. His wife, she teaches at U of C, not UIC. Who know about these people?
Not many Americans know.
No.
The story is always terrorism or
exactly,
vape shops.
Yes.
One of the two.
And look at this talented this book. And there's too many activists too. Like Iman. You ever heard about Iman? Iman is caused by Muslim. عمر نسيت his name. المهم, this Iman, they do everything in the east side with the black African American. All this help him. He have a place on 63rd Street for anybody, for food, medicine, everything. He really do it. The whole country knows about this guy.
Community service project. Huge.
But you know, Pedro's wife, the ex-wife, you know what happened to her?
Mm,
She got from Pedro's $30 billion, right?
sure.
She hired a group of her. That's good thing she's doing. She hired some people to look around who is doing good for the communities. They chose Iman. They gave him $10 million.
Wow.
Yes, that Iman, inter-Muslim community. This, you go there. This part of this. This book is full of things many people don't know nothing about. And hopefully, if I'm still living, next year will be the second issue of the famous on Arab, because too many people, I cannot put them in this book now.
Yeah, this is a really important point to talk about. I want to just sit on it for a little bit. So I have 3 boys. I have kids, and they're 11, 9, and 3 years old. And so you're trying to raise them as a father in the United States, thinking about the next generation, myself and the next generation. And sometimes I hear them, we have a bit of a problem. I think we sometimes are too like self-critical, self-deprecating as Arabs. We'll say like, oh, look at how Arabs do stuff.
Exactly. They look at the negativity.
مثلا دفشين أو العرب مثلا عمرهم ما أجوا على الوقت. Or
there is some of this, but not all of them.
But in general, I think we focus so much on the negative.
Exactly, that's the problem.
And one time it really clicked in my head where I heard my son. He started talking like this, my 11-year-old. He said, "Oh no, we don't want that. It's Arab. The Arabs they're gonna mess this up." Or
exactly.
And I started looking at this like now from like a father's viewpoint lens, and going, I failed him. Like there's something I did wrong to give him this idea that, like, how is he going to be proud of himself? How is he going to have a big self-esteem and have strong pride in who he is and his background and be able to move up if he's constantly hearing me and other people and friends and brothers and uncles and cousins talking negatively about the problems that we have as a community? So I think this is a great example of one for your generation, my generation, anyone really, to teach themselves from this book. What is it that you can point to that are great examples?
Here,
and then teach younger people
simple
to focus on these and try to live up to those examples.
Guys, you say Arab are stupid, dummy. Look at this. This is 1/10 of the rest of the Arab.
It's just a small list.
It's a small list.
But it's impressive.
I'm telling you, if I want to I need 1,000 pages.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I found too many talented people, especially ladies too. They are in the places you cannot, like Kawthar Uthman, for example. Many people, they don't hear of. She have a place, 2 places, one in 87 and HaRLeM, She help anybody, need any kind of help. It's open, especially for all elder people. Go to her office. I want this. You need this. You need that. She will lead you to do that thing. It will lead you to this. You don't have to keep working this. You're doing this. There's another 3 too many organizations, but I'm limited.
Yeah.
I'm limited. Now I have the schools. Who knows about? Now you have Universal, Al-Aqsa. These are the only 2 schools people know. But Orland Park Mosque, they bought a place in Mokina. They bought it. It was a school. They bought it. Now it's full of Arab students. Who knows about this?
Yeah. Not many people.
Not many people. They think only Sheikh just to read Quran and be an imam? No. Really, Sheikh Kifah, I'm telling you. I'm not ignoring Sheikh Jamal, no. He's very good. He did very good. But Sheikh Kifah is after Sheikh Jamal. Now, the OPPC, they call it, Orland Park Prayer Center. When they saw this place for sale, that school in Mokina, they jump into it. They used to have an academy near them. It's full. And people are crying, Sheikh, we need more places. Our kids want to be involved. Blah, 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 blah. They got this. Now it's 450 students in it from this mosque. Sheikh Jamal too, he did very well. And we really honor him the way he did. Now he's coming up with a new project. Most people know about it, maybe don't. This project near this is going to be 50,000 square feet. In this project, it costs $18 million. So there is things going on in the community. People, they pass by through, this and this. Come on. We have rare talent, guys. We have too many people giving their life to do something for the community. Why can't you recognize them? Why don't you? You remember United Alliance? All United. You know about this, or this group? Those group, they kicked out the mayor of Orland and they make the other guy win. Another mayor. You know why? Because the previous mayor, they went to him and told him to about the genocide. He said, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say against it. That's fine. When your election comes, you're not going to be there. Now we come to the point of people gathering. They could turn around everything, and that's what they did. Help the new guys. Then those guys, the new guy won for 2,500 votes.
Wow.
Yes. And the older mayor, when he, what you call it, retreat or give the speech of...
yeah. The what do you call it? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Right.
Yeah, the concession speech.
A concession speech, he said, oh my God, Gaza, put me down.
Yeah, maybe
Gaza.
lose the election.
Right.
Yeah.
He said it, Gaza make me lose the election. Why? The people are together. They've been together. They start thinking. We are sleeping before, now we are waking up. Believe me, if the Arab in this area waking up, all united under not one roof, they cannot be in. It's too many. They said, but they are in one,
on a similar page as far as what needs to be done, the work that needs to be done.
They control everything. Look at the Mexican. They control everything in downtown Chicago.
They work together.
They work together.
Yeah, for positive things.
Right. They have a senator in the White House. So that's what the book is, to be a symbol or a sample for the new generation. Those guys, like you said, oh, Arab is this, Arab is that. Don't think negative, Ammo. Please. I don't care if it's negative. Don't think of negativity.
Yeah.
Be always positive. Your life will be better, believe me. If you keep, like people thinking in the past, blah, 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 blah. I always give them an example, Omar. I tell them, okay, you're driving in a car, right? If you keep looking at the rear view mirror, what's going to happen to you?
You'll crash.
You get 100,000 accident.
Yeah.
And same thing, if you keep looking in the back, behind what happened in the past, you're not going to go forward.
Right.
Be positive. Be positive. And I have things always in my life, nothing impossible and nothing too late. These two things I always preach, myself even. I'm now going to be 79.
Mashallah.
Nobody knows that.
I would have guessed a lot younger.
Yeah, I know. So positivity makes you live a lot, live better. Even if you say the bad thing, ignore it.
Yeah, don't let it weigh you down.
Exactly.
Don't let it get into your soul.
Always look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Always. Life is not always straight. If we're going to keep negativity and say, look at the bad thing and just forget the good thing, hey, you're going to be in a hole.
Yeah.
That's what this book has to be, a sample and a symbol for all Arab to look at it. Here, the talented people who makes the Arab boys grow up, who makes this country go up.
And so for the contribution to America, I think that's a big theme that I've been thinking about a lot is, if we as a community are not engaged, if we're not contributing, if we're not dialoguing with people from other groups, if we're not reaching out, we're going to be stuck.
Exactly.
We're going to be at the mercy of the, whatever agendas out there to try to sideline us or try to paint us in a bad light, et cetera. So what do you think you need more from the young community? The younger people in the community, what would you wish them to be doing more of that maybe you see that will be effective?
That's a good question and a great one, which is the new generation does not have to look again to the negativity of the older generation. Because if they keep thinking, oh, you did this, oh, we don't know, do this, they get bored. Younger generation, again, they have to be positive and they have to be leaders. They have to be, not everybody going to be a leader, but has to be a leader.
In their own way.
In their own way and their own good way. One good leader bring many guys. But if you say, forget it, man, it's not going to work, or that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. So the younger generation has to step in together and they have open brains, open ideas, more than our generation, the other generation. They have more talent. The bad thing, if it's in our blood, unfortunately, our blood, is the chair. Who's going to lead who? If we go over this, we'll be the best people on earth.
Humility.
Yes.
Be humble.
Exactly.
And don't let the ego control everything.
That's the problem in our society, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you want to do anything, a guy want to be a president.
Yeah. The title.
But who are you?
But where does that come from? Do you think that's a generational thing from the old country?
Exactly.
Or do you think it's still in the new generation?
No. It's the old generation, and look at our presidents and kings and all. They never leave.
Yeah.
They stay there until the chair break down or until they die.
Yeah.
That's why it's a symbol for this. They say, oh, I am an older guy. I have to be president. Maybe you don't know like this guy. There is younger people more talented than you guy. Okay, we are the bread and butter, right? We create this. We did the foundation. But it does not hurt that the younger generation can do more.
Yeah.
They have to look at your bright side, not at the dark side. All of us make mistakes. We are a human. If we don't make mistakes, we don't do good either.
Right.
We have to learn from our mistakes. And I want the younger generation to learn from why we fail. They have to know why we fail, putting ourselves together. The reason 1, 2, 3, we have to avoid it. Number one, really, up to this minute, I'm telling you, unfortunately, the chair. Who's going to be in charge?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to lead who? Come on, guys. There is democracy everywhere. Yes, the older guys maybe are more open, not open, more experienced and more this, but still, if you want to keep it this way, how the younger generation going to move on? No. This one thing, anybody listen to this, younger generation does not have to follow the problem from the past or think of the seat or think to be a leader. Good, think to be a leader, but a good leader.
But sometimes, the best leader are the ones who know how to follow and when to follow.
Exactly.
Not always be in that position of in front of the camera and on the chair, the title and
exactly
prestige and everything.
That is our problem. Believe me, Omar. I'm not going to ignore it. And this is the truth. If this thing goes out, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Many places, many associations, many businesses from this ego fail down.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a president. No, you don't want to be president. Oh, the younger generation don't know nothing. Oh, I know better than them. That's bad. That is completely bad. How you want tomorrow we die. Who gonna control us? Who gonna lead the people next generation? Your kid, my kid, this kid.
Yeah.
So they have to learn from our mistakes. They have not to look at the bad past, and they don't have to have the ego. Otherwise, they're not gonna go. I don't care how much they know. No.
And what do you, and kind of in closing to bring the interview around, because I want to be respectful of your time too. I know you have travel coming up tomorrow. What's your final message that you would give to this community? I mean, you're connected to this community first. Let's think locally here and talk about the southwest suburbs, the Chicago Arab community. What would be your kind of message to them around this topic, your books, as well as what you would like them to really focus on?
I like for them just to think positive about what is going on. Second thing, erase the ego. Take the ego out of the equation. Everything will go fine. You are not better than this. He is not better than you. Qualifications. Qualifications. If you qualified to do this, you're more than welcome. I don't care how old are you.
Right.
Not to stick in one thing. I'm looking at the Arab community. I tell you, some people, they're going to start something to do. Said, oh man, this guy want to be this, they want to be this. They don't give us a chance. No, be united. I'm giving a chance now again, example, all united. This, right. They are not just Arab. They are Mexican in it. They're everybody in it, but they are united. Look what they did. Same thing, our community. They don't have to have all of them under one roof. They cannot be, but at least do good for your area.
Yeah.
And like people did something here for this town, this winter, then all the heads come together and create another umbrella. Then
Collaborate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And jealousy. I'm telling you that. That's the problem in our country. Jealousy. There's a lot of jealousy. Well, why this guy gonna be a president? Why this guy gonna do this? Hey, he's talented. He's more qualified. He have money or this and this. That. People, if he talk, people listen.
Mm-hmm.
Will people follow you if you talk?
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
How many people you could gather if you now announce and have a meeting, guys? How many people are gonna come to you? You have to think of this. That's why, believe me, Omar, ego has to go out, chair has to go out, look for the welfare of the community, everything will be okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I want to just give a plug for the book. Make sure that people catch the name, The Famous and Influential Arab in Chicagoland. I encourage everyone to go on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. Anywhere else that you want to mention?
Yeah, it's in Barnes and Nobles. I have it in 50 platforms.
Okay, Barnes and Noble,
Right.
and also Amazon, and then you can download the Kindle, the e-version.
Exactly.
Please, if anyone hears this, go check it out and support the efforts of Saadi Ramadan by purchasing a copy if you can. And then also there is the previous book, The Silence of the World. I encourage people to check that out as well. And as much as possible, support through buying a copy. Maybe buy a couple copies, share them with some friends, with people that maybe have no exposure to this, or some people who need to see some good examples of Arabs and Muslims in the Chicago and American sphere as well. Would be encouraged. And then also I like to tell people, please, if you like this discussion, if you appreciate what this podcast means for the community, please support the podcast by subscribing on YouTube, and also like some of the episodes that you feel like are worth liking, and share at least one episode. Find one. I have a lot of different topics. Choose one that you think resonates with you and share it with some people on your social media. It'll really help give me some more visibility. Anything else you want to mention before we close?
But really, about the books,
Yes.
I'm not really looking for the money. I want people to have knowledge of what is going on.
No, absolutely. No, I know.
And
For sure.
money is good. Don't take me wrong, but I'm not after the money. I want people to be enlightened.
Yeah, that was my plug, just so everyone knows. Like,
That's okay.
I want to just, I encourage people, we need to help each other. I think that anything we're doing, whether it's a podcast like this or whether it's a book writing, it takes effort, it takes energy, it takes time, all the rest. And the more people can buy, it's not about purchasing for the money, to your point. It's about if you buy the book online and you can give good reviews online, it boosts the visibility. And try to share it as much as you can. So it's really about trying to get that algorithm online to boost and promote the book.
I hope people start reading. Many people they don't like to read.
It's short though too. I found it very easy to read. It wasn't like super long or super. It's a nice, easy read. Yeah, nice, easy read.
Yeah.
But it'll open your eyes to what's out there as far as what's being done in the community, what kind of people we have in the community, as far as human resources, contacts. Maybe some people could build a network by reaching out to these people and be able to kind of collaborate with them. And then also on the other one, the one that you wrote previously, The Silence of the World, I think it gives a very good high-level chronological display of the history of the issue of Palestine, and then also brings some different themes and ideas out for your average person to be able to think about a little differently. So it's kind of like written almost like in a pamphlet format through some of it, which is easy to access for people rather than reading like a super thick textbook type
Exactly.
of thing. So,
exactly. That's why I limited almost 200-300 pages is the maximum is good enough.
Yeah.
Some people will see a book with 100,000 pages. Nobody gonna carry it.
Especially nowadays with Saadi Ramadan, thank you so much for being here, for talking to me today, for sharing your history of how you, your story of immigration and how you became an American citizen and living in Chicago as a resident and all that, became a member of the community. It was really fascinating. I really appreciate your time, and inshallah we'll see you back in the future.
Inshallah, and I really do appreciate your time, Omar, and I wish you the best success too. And this is really wonderful meeting you, and give the word to our community. Hopefully they listen to us.
Inshallah.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much, and good travels tomorrow.
Thank you.
Salam.